Mike Tomlin is questioning Browns roster moves, and he basically calls out Andrew Berry. What is Cleveland doing? Welcome back to the channel. The Steelers exposed Dillon Gabriel. Should the Browns start Shedeur Sanders now? And Dillon Gabriel had a rough outing against the Steelers, and now the fans, maybe even the front office, are starting to question if it's Dillon Gabriel or Kevin Stefanski, or is it time for Shedeur Sanders? Now, with this O-line in shambles, do you want Shedeur Sanders behind that O-line? Let's talk about it next.
Let's go, Jack.
Now let's talk about Mike Tomlin's comments on the Cleveland Browns trading Joe Flacco to a divisional foe, especially when they considered him a starter in the beginning of the year. Now they got rid of Pickett. Now let's listen to Mike Tomlin. Now this ESPN Cleveland, Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin, on the Browns trading Joe Flacco to the Bengals. Let's take a listen.
This is what Mike Tomlin had to say about Andrew Berry.
You know, to be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
Wow. You got a coach in the AFC North basically saying you made a stupid move. You made a dumb move. That's what Mike Tomlin is basically just saying. I know what it looks like when it comes to an end. This is it. It's over.
Dead man walking.
Everybody involved in that organization, GM down, it's a wrap.
I thought that when it happened, that when they traded Flacco, I'm like, they traded him to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati already was down with Joe Burrow, and for them to trade him to Cincinnati, and they were in second place, we in dead last, and so what we getting? A 5th round pick or whatever he got? Who cares? Like, why are you trading one of your assets to a divisional opponent, somebody that you in a race with, and you're gonna give them somebody who can help keep them afloat? It didn't make much sense to me, and I don't think it made much sense to Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. To me, it sounded like we're scratching their head about what the heck is going on. Are we trying to win around here, or are we trying to lose? And that makes a lot of question marks for the Cleveland Browns front office, and it make them look stupid. And a lot of people are looking at the Cleveland Browns front office, and some people are saying, hey man, is they really trying to win over there? Are they throwing games? It's almost like they throwing games. I don't know, man. To me, it's dangerous. This is a dangerous time right here. And it was reports that Adam Scheffler has said that the Tennessee coach, Brian Callahan, just got fired. And this is about that time of year where teams are starting to figure out that they're not going to be doing anything, and they are chopping heads off. And I look for the Browns to be talked about for the weeks to come. And we also got Jalen Ramsey pointing at Shedeur after he sacked Gabriel, and he's screaming at Shedeur saying, get in the game. That's Shedeur on the side right there. And this is Gabriel. He's chasing him, tackles him, and gets up and points at Shedeur on the side. Get in the game. Oh, man. Let's talk about Dillon Gabriel's performance. The Steelers defense brought relentless pressure. He looked uncomfortable in the pocket. He missed throws, and he couldn't sustain drives. And that's not what you want from your QB1 in this league. Kevin Stefanski made a statement that he was going to continue to call the plays. Beat reporter for the Browns, Daryl Ryder, asked Kevin Stefanski about Mike Tomlin saying that he thought that the Browns was pretty smart for trading Joe Flacco to a divisional opponent. Kevin Stefanski seemed a little surprised by it, shrugged it off and said no comment. It's a lot of people in the NFL just looking at the Browns and not liking how they're running this organization. So the question becomes, what's the philosophy of the offense? Not pushing the ball down the field. Is it Kevin Stefanski holding these quarterbacks back, telling them not to put the ball in harm's way? Now, Kevin Stefanski praised Gabriel's efforts in the post game, but he didn't rule out the adjustments going forward, and to me, that says a lot. We got Dylan Gabriel's stats, 29 for 52 for 221. In all seriousness, if you're trying to win in the NFL, you can't have your rookie throwing 52 times and only completing 29 of them for 221 yards for a 66.3 QBR, and he's checking down left and right. Now, with this check down image that we brung up at the top, you're basically showing at the very top that you got 2 yards, 3.1 yards, 0.1 yards, 0.6, 1.9, 1.1, and it's just serious check down going on. Check down Charlie, and it's just too much, being safe and not enough trying to go get it, man, trying to win these games, man. These games are here to be won, and you can't be scared to throw the ball down the field. It's time to play ball. This is the NFL. This big boy ball. 217 yards at that particular time. This is what during the game. This is a freeze frame. Now, some people say at least he didn't turn it over, and I'm sure that's what Stefanski says, but he probably should have had about 4 or 5 picks. Judkins was looking at 7 and 8 man's fronts. And you can't run the ball if you got 7 or 8 men in the box and you won't challenge those safeties or those corners down the field. They're going to stop the run every time. They're going to make Dylan Gabriel beat you. And this is what's going to happen for the rest of the time that he's going to be starting. And both these rookies, they're going to see if you can beat me deep, if you can beat me. They're going to crowd that line of scrimmage and they're going to put 8 men in the box and they're going to tell him, beat me. It's evident they don't think he can. Judkins couldn't find any room to run. It was tough sledding. He had 12 rushes for 36 yards. He was averaging 3 yards a carry. I've seen some people online that saying that basically Stefanski should have been fired for not protecting his rookie and having his rookie throw the ball 52 times and almost got him killed. You let your rookie drop back 52 times and let TJ Watt have a field day. They were forcing Dylan Gabriel to beat him, and basically he couldn't. Now, let's take a look at Dylan Gabriel can't see over the line of scrimmage. I said it when it happened. I looked at my brother and I said, man, he cannot see over that line of scrimmage on that play. He almost threw a pick. He did not see this.
4 guys come on the defensive line. Lawrence has time, and that's complete.
Easiest interception you're going to have in your life.
Lawrence has time, and that's complete.
And you got Dylan Gabriel drilled Isaiah Bond right in the head. He drilled him right in his head. He didn't turn his head around. I don't know whose fault that is, but he hitting wide receivers in the back of their head, man. This is crazy. That is so Browns-like. Hilarious, man. Oh my. This is Harold Fannin Jr. and he tried to get it to him, and basically this should have been picked twice. The DB should have had it right here. It should have been a pick 6, and then he also should have caught it. So that's we looking at about 4 right there, 4 interceptions right there. But oh no, we're not done yet. We got more work. And this is Dylan Gabriel hanging his wide receivers and tight ends out to dry. Somebody said Dylan Gabriel just threw a hospital ball. That man really set his receivers up for a CT scan. Let's blow it up and take a look. Hanging his guys out to dry, man. Let's take a look.
Completion.
This is how you help out your rookie quarterback. Jerry Jeudy did it a couple plays ago, catching a contested ball across the middle. Here, David Njoku goes across the middle, knows he's going to get hit, but holds on to that football. And then for Dylan Gabriel,
Look at that.
I know people have wanted to talk about his height in the
Crazy.
past and getting balls batted, maybe not being able to throw over the middle.
You said this is how you help out your quarterback. Man, look at this. She knee. Look at that. That's crazy. He almost hyperextended his whole knee. David Njoku, lucky he walking this morning. Look at that.
I know
Ugh.
people have wanted to talk about his height in the past and getting
And he said this is how you help out your young rookie quarterback. No, he need to help me out from getting my career ended. That's ridiculous. Look at that.
I know people have wanted to talk about his height in the
I'm
past.
glad
and
he
getting
got his
balls
foot up
batted,
off the
maybe not being
ground.
able to throw
He
over
got
the
lucky
middle.
on that
He's
one.
answering those questions right now.
Yeah, he answering nothing, man. We got at this point, Dylan Gabriel's leading the nation in assisted concussions.
You can boo that all you want. That's
Look at this.
you're
At
going to
this
see
point-
it here. Yeah, they just screwed up the number. It was Deshaun Elliott. You're going to see it here.
Gage
I mean,
got popped,
yeah,
man.
they just
Is it
screwed up
mouthpiece
the
come out his
number.
mouth?
It was Deshaun Elliott.
Ooh,
Yeah,
hey,
I mean, that you can,
Sure
you can boo
did.
that all you want.
that's concussion.
You're going to see it here.
Gabriel setting his boys up.
Yeah, they just
concussion
screwed up the number.
protocol.
It was Deshaun Elliott.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that you can boo that all you want. That's
a headache for sure. Big time headache. I know Jerry Jeudy had them gator arms on that one play. I don't know if I blame him. And then he came back, got that penalty, and dropped that ball. I do say they didn't help him out on some plays that they did drop some balls. Fannin dropped the ball. Harold Fannin Jr. dropped the ball. And then Jerry Jeudy dropped the ball. He missed Jerry Jeudy right here in the corner. And that was a touchdown. That was an easy touchdown right there. We got former Browns player Joe Hayden talking about Dylan Gabriel's performance last week in the organization. And he basically was saying he was checking it down last week. And anything over 10 yards was a lot of airmail. Let's listen to Joe talk about it. He has a show with James Harrison, Debo, and Joe, I think is the name of the podcast.
Dylan Gabriel, he completed 19 of 33 passes, but 15 of them were to running backs or tight ends. Not knocking him. There's a lot of dink and dunks. Anything that he threw past 10 yards was a lot of airmail, was a lot of stuff just going, not just errant passes. So I'm not going to say my man did bad. He threw 2 touchdowns. He did not turn over the ball. He didn't play himself out of the starting position, but he could have did fucking better. Some of those damn passes over 10 yards that you threw, all them damn incompletions, hit one of them 7 routes, hit one of them fades. There was no fades, there was no post. Only time was when we had 22 damn seconds, he threw a deep dig, fucking 20-yard bump, right in the money. Where the fuck was that earlier in the game? It's organizational, which is what pisses me off. When I went over to Pittsburgh, I don't care. I just like the way that they ran their business. For me, I feel bad for the fans because I'm out here in London with 290 fans staying at the same hotel. We're having a good old time, and they just always they're so supportive of the team when they're shit. Why the fuck do we keep finding a way to lose? That's the part that pisses me off.
And this is so funny because Joe Hayden played for the Browns, so he's a former Browns player. And then James Harrison played for the Steelers. So he's actually from Akron, Ohio. And he was always knocking out our players, man. He knocked out Josh Cribbs. He knocked out every player we had. He kept knocking them out. And I think he was knocking them out because he was from here. It was pissing me off. So, Pittsburgh and the Browns, we got so much history. And it's a sad situation that the Browns just don't hold up their end of the bargain, man. We're not even a rival. Let me know what you guys think. Just about over for the Browns. You think they're about to let Stefanski go real soon in the next couple of weeks or even sooner? You think he's going to make it to the end of the season? Right before I did this show, Adam Scheffler came out and said the Titans fired Bruce Callahan. This is the time of the year where head coaches and coaches get fired and these organizations are looking to go another route. So let me know what you think. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next video.